Hello, my name is Resilan Bearcat, and this is my first playthrough for the Rise of the Darkfog expansion for Dyson Sphere Program. This is the Albalda playthrough series. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. Okay, we're going to get started again, and we're going to stay focused in this episode. We are starting to run low on iron and copper in our main system. If we go back over here, just as a reminder, we go to the star view. We come out here and we pick Abdallah 3, which is our home system. You can see that iron and copper are starting to run low. Now, they're not critically low, but they are starting to run low. So what we're going to do is we're going to start scaling up production here. But one of the first things that we need to make is we need to increase our production. We need to be able to make super magnetic rings. We've got some things we need to make that require these. We need geothermal power stations. We need planetary shields. We want the Part 3 conveyor belts, the ray receivers, the ray thing, accumulators, and the orbital collectors all require, as well as implosion cannons. All of these require this, a scaled up. We need these super magnetic rings, and then you've got these things, and well, these things also do a whole bunch of things, including the planetary shield generator requires both of those two items and these things. So the purple containers or pink containers. So we just got all kind of things that we need to be able to produce here, and as well as the precision drones require these. So we need to scale up our production capability of the green and blue components. So we're going to a blueprint here, and I'm going to do this right here, and we're going to we've got a couple approaches that we can do on this. This right here brings in iron, coal, copper, engines, turbines, and other things. Why does it require coal? I must be, oh yes, look at that. This blueprint also creates what you need, I guess, for doing the spray coater. I'm not going to use that blueprint. That's an interesting blueprint, but it is not one that I'm going to use. What we are going to do is come over here and extend some of the things that we have here. We've got motors at 3 per second. We're going to need motors at 6 per second. So we're going to stamp this thing down a couple of different times, but we're going to start building a factory of different things that produce this stuff. So these are the starter items. Let me see what this blueprint looks like. Yeah, no, that's not what I want either. All right, so starting right here, we're just going to start building. And we need a big area which doesn't have any resources in it, this might not be the spot to start. Let's see. Let's find a spot over here. It looks like there's a spot here. It looks like it's pretty open down that way. Let's look at this. Yeah, it is pretty open for quite a ways. We've got one of these things down here, but we can take that out. It is not needed, so that's going to give us a lot of room. So that's what we'll do is we'll come right in here. We're going to start our build right in here. So what we'll do is starting out is let's find this right in here. Let's see. We don't need these power poles, I don't believe. Nope, we do not. That thing goes in there. Very good. All right, and right in here is where we're going to start building our factory. So what we're going to do is start with some foundations. Let's go ahead and grab all of my foundations and bring them out here for a minute. And we're going to scale up things. So what we're going to do is put this in here, and let's see. I'm going to fill in this whole area right in here. I need this. We'll leave those two things in there for now. Alright, there we go. And there is a good meridian we can use. We'll do both sides of the owl here, okay. We don't need that, so let's just take that out. Rip that out right down through there. Okay, there we go. Now back over here to where this meridian was. There we go. That's the divide point. We're going to start building right here, probably going both directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out with planetary I'm going to put in, we're going to use interstellar logistics in a lot of cases here instead of planetary logistics. So what I'm going to do is come up 3 from the corner there. We want to come out 3 from that corner. And then if we've done it right, we can put this right in the middle here. Yep, we can put that there. So we've got 3 items in there. Research is continuing. We're doing good. Now let's see. I can't put it on this line. Can't put it on that line. I have to go all the way out to there to do that. So I do want to move this. Nope, that wasn't what I... There we go. What I wanted to do was come out here. 1, 2, 3, put that there. Come out here, 3, put that there. Okay, there we go. That's what I want it to look like. Okay, and this is kind of the start of my... I'm going to do the mining. So I'm going to come out 3 and over 3. Right there. Right there. Right there. And right there. Alright, now then. Now we start building, and this is where we get into this. We're going to start right over here, and one of the first things we're going to build, we need to build this item. I don't know if I have blueprints for what I want here or not, but we're going to find out. When I come into the mid-game, blueprint right here, what I want to be able to do is iron at 12 per second. Let's see what this blueprint looks like. This is iron ore coming in and copper coming out, and I can stamp down, let's see, we want 1, 2, just making sure what I can do here. And I can extend that quite a ways with better, faster belts if I want to do that. So that is 12 per second. We don't need those on there. I could probably redesign this to be better, more basically let it expend more. I'm going to do that. We're kind of getting into what I would consider later in the game, and so these blueprints here, while interesting and good early on, are not really what I want right now. But I also don't think I want what would be considered these blueprints, iron at 120 per second. I mean, yeah, that would be nice, but it requires a whole bunch of, 554 blue belts. We're not quite there yet. So, but actually, I tell you what we will do. We could downgrade that and then remove some of it and then bring it back later. Let's see if I could do that. The game, iron 120 per second. And this includes being able to do some of the other things. Now we need to downgrade the belts right now. Let's see. I'm just downgrading everything right now. Well, I think we'll end up redoing this blueprint a little bit. Back to a different thing. Alright, let's see. And then we can take this blueprint and do some other things with it. This is not, we don't need all this stuff. Alright. Let's see here. Downgraded, downgraded. Okay, let's see. I think I've got everything downgraded. Oh, some of the stuff is still downgrading. Alright. As my little drones are working hard to fill everything in. Alright, let's do the line here. And what I'll do is alright, let's see. More research completed. Alright, let's see. Alright, we got more stuff downgraded up here. Let's see. Alright, I've got all of the belts downgraded. Alright. And then, so what I now need to do is hook all of this stuff up and start thinking it through for what I'm going to do in this stage of the game. I am not going to be doing that. So take all of those out. Not a bad idea to have the room for them, but right now in this stage of the game, I will not be proliferating iron. I've got lots of iron. We will be bringing in iron ore. We will be exporting iron ingots. That literally is all this factory right here is going to produce. I don't even want that in here right now. Let's see here. Okay, now with that, I'm going to, let's do some upgrades, selective upgrades. I want that belt upgraded, that belt upgraded. Wait a minute, I upgraded that too far. Upgrade, upgrade. That is a Mark III belt. Not what I want. Get that down to a green belt. There we go. Alright, now then. That is unbelievable. Alright, and we'll just cut that out there. There we go. Now then, let's see. Let's do, I don't want to do sorters, I just want to do belts. Upgrade, just upgrade belts. Alright, lack of replacing item. There we go. Why did it not upgrade? Alright, there's the storage stackers. That is a conveyor belt Mark 1. Automatic pilers, so alright, that's now green. Okay, let's see. That's coming down through here. That's green, that's green. Okay, let's see here now. And then this outside belt, we want to turn it green. Turn that green. There we go. Now we've got green belts, and we can expand later, but green belts are going to be 12 per second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these last items down here don't come onto the belt. And let's see. Okay, that's going to require green belts coming back. Didn't think about it, but that's this is a 1-for-1. Yep, Okay, with that in mind, don't need the middle belt at the moment. We'll use that later. Right now, I want to bring the belts back up here. So what I'll do, let's hook it up this way. We'll bring this out here. Like that. Reverse the path. Let's upgrade this. So we're designing kind of what we're going to be doing for this. All right, this is going to come back to here and go in there. And then this is going to reverse the path as well. And we need to upgrade this belt as well. All green belts here into there. This will be that out. That out. Upgrade the belt. Actually, I don't need that one connected yet. So let's for now take that belt out. We're not going to be using it. We'll pull that out of there. All right, now we'll take this, and this is overkill for what we're going to do right now, but this is the design pattern that we'll do, and it just won't hook up part of it. We'll remove part of it and put some other things down. So that'll come out there. This will reverse the path. This will reverse the path. Let's see. We want to upgrade that. That's already Mark II. Okay. Mark II. Very good. And then this comes in here. That comes in there like that. Okay, now we can only do 12 of these. So 3, 6, 9, 12. So this is as big as it can get right here. And let's see, I just need to pull everything out of there. Oh. There we go. I don't need the tutorial. Don't know that I'm the tutorial, but I don't need the tutorial. Right, we'll just cut this off right here, clean it up. We can connect it later to other things. When we have bigger and stronger belts, we can do 30 of those in a segment. But that right there is really as much as we can do until we at the moment. Now that is a lot of production power, but I can add these things one lane at a time until I actually need them. So the fact that they're here, does the smelter pull anything when it's idle? Let's actually look and see. Idle. Looks like it might pull things even when it's idle. Let's look at the smelter. If I do, I need to take it back out. Smelter. Idle consumption is 12 kilowatts. So yes, they do require stuff in here. So what we want to do then is I want to basically take that out, that out, that out, that out. And what we'll do now is removing half of this stuff. There we go. Deuterium fuel rods. Alright, that takes out that, and that leaves me with, I now can produce 24 of these. Alright, and with that then, I am going to take a blueprint of this. This is something that I can reuse, and I can easily extend the other items into this. So this will be 04 mid-game iron. This is iron 24. iron, 24 per second. This is going to be ingots. It requires 24 per second iron ore. And this is the part 1 of the scale up. We'll save this blueprint. There we go. Some of these things may end up going away, but this will be one of the blueprints that we will use. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab this blueprint right here, and we're going to come right here and snap it in right here and say enter, and let it build in the things. And we're going to change this out to be copper ingots. So this right here will be inbound copper and outbound copper ingots. And that will be remote supply, local supply, local supply. This is going to be local demand. And it's going to be remote storage. We're not exporting iron ore off of, well, actually we will use this to do the remote supply. So this is local supply, remote supply. It's going to be local demand, remote supply. Local supply, remote supply, yep. We will remote supply the copper. We need that, so we're going to over provide things that come in here. Okay, so now that we've got that in there, and what we're going to do here, let's take these and oops, we'll connect that up, that up, that up, and we'll connect that up like that. We will come here and we will make this be copper ore. And we'll drag those down through there. Oh, I could have just done the same thing here. And there we go. Oh. Collide with another object. Okay, well. Alright, there's our copper ingots. So now we've got iron and copper coming in here. That's two of the things that we're going to need in order to scale up our production. We are also going to need magnets and circuit boards. Now, the thing about magnets and circuit boards is magnets are really only used to produce the magnetic coils. So I think part of what we want to do here is a magnetic coil build. Let's see what we want to do here. So this right here, I am going to come in here. Let's, for the purposes of what we're going to do here, let's go ahead and build gears here. All right, this will be local supply, remote supply, and then we're going to need copper ingots in. Actually, let's clear the settings. We're going to need copper in, and it's going to produce gears. Now let's see if I have a blueprint for gears, a late game blueprint for gears. I should have a late game gears blueprint. I do. It's proliferated and way more than I need. But let's see. Let's put this thing in right here. This really... Let's see here. Let's see what it builds. Now the gears blueprint produces 1 per second. And that's with proliferated. Now I'm not proliferating at this stage of the game. So let's see here what I'm going to do about this. I think we will leave the proliferation here, but the proliferation, we'll bring in No, I actually am not. At this point in the game, I don't have the proliferation set up to proliferate. So we'll leave the proliferation here, but we won't bring it in. So we'll just, it'll be none. Come out here. I'm going to take this out right now. All right, with that then, we'll take the green belts and hook this up. And that needs to be this. Bring out here. And then we'll do that right there. Take that in there. And then collides with another object. This is one of the things I don't like. I don't have a way to get on the spot that I need in order to connect those up. Get out of there. I want to take that out. There we go. And then let's see. We need to downgrade this belt. Should be a green belt now. It is. Okay. Now a green belt. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be producing 6 items. Now the production speed up means it was producing more than the belt would actually hold. So with the gears without being proliferated and with the correct production there, we are going to be looking for 12 per second. That should be 12 machines to produce that without proliferation. So 2, 4, 8, 12. So that right there should produce 12 per second. So it should be coming in on the belts. That should be a yellow belt and a yellow belt feeding it and a green belt coming out. And so we'll go ahead and downgrade this and this just so that we've got the correct belts for what we're doing here. And that right there should be, that's the blueprint. And we're going to save that blueprint without the proliferation coming in. Same thing. So you're seeing me design some of the stuff that I'm doing less mid-game, and then what we're going to do is gears 12. Gears 12 per second. And this should require 12, not 112, 12 iron ingots. That should be 12 per second iron ingots. And it produces gears. We can save that blueprint in here. All right, we're starting to build up our blueprints, and these are things that we're going to need. This is just part of doing my factory, producing my factory. Now let's see how we're doing on power on this planet. We're doing good, but we're not running any of these things yet. And these things will just be producing local things. So this will be, we are going to have local demand for these ingots, and this will just be storage. So we're only going to have one thing providing ingots externally, and that's the place where we produce the ingots. Everything else will demand it locally and be storage. And then for this, let's only grab 1,200 of these. There's no reason to bring a ton in. We're not going to be bringing them very far. So let's actually cut that down to 600. We're only going to bring 600 into here. But we've got, this will produce local supply, remote supply will produce, will literally fill the can up. Same thing here, local demand, remote supply on the copper. We'll bring that in here. Those will be the places we're coming in there. All right, so we've got those items expanded. Now we're going to come in here and do the next item that we have. And what we need here is I want to produce, we're just trying to do 12 per second on some of these things. Now I want 12 per second circuit boards. So this is going to require iron plates. It's going to require copper plates. It's going to produce circuit boards. I haven't put any drones in here yet. I realize that. Now, local supply, this is going to be local demand, remote storage, local demand, remote storage. This will be local and remote supply. And then we're fine. If we send it off world, we're going to fill it up. We'll do orbital collectors and all that kind of stuff. Now, what we want to do is, this should be all that I need to produce circuit boards. Now, the ratios on the circuit boards, it's a 2-to-1 ratio. 1 second produces 12 of those. So if I'm going to do, I did 600 on the other. So let's do 600 of these, 300 of these. That should be all I need. Keep it running. If I need more, we'll deal with something. But let's grab that first. Okay. Now with that, do I have a blueprint? It's going to work for this. We have circuit boards 24 per second. Yes, we do. We've got a blueprint. Let's rotate this thing around. And, oh, put this in here. It does not seem like a 24 per second blueprint. And it needs a blue belt. Oh, it was saying it needs blue belts. I don't believe that it needs blue belts. Let's just say that that does not make sense. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and downgrade that to a green belt. We're going to take that monitor out. We are going to downgrade the sorters. I don't believe we need those that much on the sorters. Let's see. Let's downgrade all these sorters. All right. Now let's see. What can this thing do? We're not going to be proliferating. Not right now. We'll leave the proliferation set up, but we're not pulling any proliferation out. And of course, that doesn't need to be there. So this is going to be the copper. That right there is going to be the iron. And then this right here will be the things coming back in. Alright, now that's going to produce 2 per second. And if I am producing 2 per second, I need 2 iron coming in. We've got that. We've got this. 1 per second. And that's more than 1 per second, so we're good there. And this thing produces 2 every second. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That would be 12. So that blueprint was incorrect in what it said it did. But this is the... We may want to scale this up later. But for now, we will bring that out of there. And this is unproliferated at the moment. So we believe this will work. Alright, that right there is another blueprint. 04 mid-game. You guys are seeing me design some of my blueprints. Circuit boards. This is going to be 12. It's 12 per second. Circuit boards 12 per second. This requires, this is going to require 12 per second iron ingots and 6 per second iron ore, not core, ore. And that is going to produce circuit boards. Okay. Now, so we're making progress here. We will save this blueprint. We are then going to, because it is the exact same ratio, we're just going to take the same thing right up here snap it in again and turn it into the coals. Nothing coming out there. This coming in here. That'll be item number 1 coming out. That'll be item number 2. There we go. This is going to be poles, and this requires magnets and copper, so I need magnets being produced somewhere. Magnets, copper is 1 per second, so it is the exact same blueprint. And we will copy that blueprint down through here. That'll produce the 12 per second. And then let's downgrade the belt. Downgrade that bad boy. Okay. That, but when this one not getting downgraded, it did not. Bummer. Need to redo that blueprint. Okay, we'll just overwrite that blueprint. Okay, now that we've got that down, let's get both of these blueprints done. We will grab this blueprint and come over here. There we go. We'll overwrite the one we just did. Well, no, this is a different one. This is going to be magnetic coals. Oh, wait a minute. Can't do that. We first need to do magnets, then copper, and then magnetic coal. Okay, there we go. That will be... Alright, now let's set this up too. This will be local demand, remote storage. Local demand, remote storage. Local supply, remote supply. Okay. So I need to redo the circuit board blueprint. Not my favorite thing to be redoing things, but sometimes it happens and you notice something like that. It's not uncommon for me to make a mistake while I'm doing my blueprint. So this is the mid-game. This is the circuit board 12. And that was not what I called it. Circuit boards 12. There we go. Circuit boards 12 per second. This requires 12 per second iron ingot, and it requires 6 per second copper ore. And then we need, this is circuit boards. Like that. That'll save the blueprint. Alright, reset blueprint. Let's redo this. Alright, and we'll bring this over in here. Same thing. This is another mid-game blueprint, and this is going to be magnetic coils 12. And we're just going to call magnetic coils 12 per second. We'll put the picture on there. This requires 12 per second magnets and 6 per second copper ingots. Save. Okay. That's not copper ore. That was copper ingot. Okay. We fixed the description. The description's easy to fix. Okay, one more thing that we're going to do here in this particular component, we need magnets. We're not producing magnets yet, so we're going to produce magnets, and then all of these are being left just like they are so that we can scale them up. Now, magnets is a little bit of a different blueprint. So what I'm going to do, because of the way it works, I'm going to pull the blueprint that I just did for producing 24 per second iron ore. We're going to reverse this like this. We're going to come right in here and get right in here. line it up, and smash it in there. Okay, now then, and with that then, the math is certainly different. We'll do this right here. This will go in here. This will go in here. That'll come out there. We'll get this done. All right, so this is going to take iron ore, and it's going to produce magnets. That'll be local and remote. This will be local and local demand, remote supply. No, it will not. This will only be remote storage because iron ingots is where we're doing this. This will just be used to produce this, and I'm only going to bring in 1,000 ore. And I don't need as many magnets. I'm going to produce 2,000 of these right now. It's just not something I need, you know, tons of. So we'll do that right here. And then this requires, this is a little bit of a different beast because of the way these things work. So let's go look at this. And this is going to be magnets. And magnets takes 1.5 seconds to produce one. So instead of requiring 12 to do this, it's going to take 50% more. It's going to take 18 to fill up the belt. So 3, 6, 9, 12, and just need 2. Now let's do this right here. We'll copy this right here. We'll grab this right here like this. Use now. We'll line up that right there. Of course it interferes, but that's okay. And we need more of these and more of these. There we go. And then let's come down here and get the green belts. Is that really? That is not green right there, is it? I think I missed the spot right there. Okay. It needs to be green. So that's going to go this way. 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 I can't tell if that is a upgrade. That looks like it's the same color belt now. And there was a little spot in there. I'll find that in the other blueprint and fix it. Oh, that was in the... That was at the end of the line, so it's only going to be an issue if you want to extend it to a higher capacity belt, because it was the last little, it was the one on the very end. I mean, right down here, that one right there, and that one right there needed to be upgraded. There we go. Was there 2 of them in here that needed that upgrade? Oh, there's one that needs a downgrade. That is blue. It should be a 3. Okay. But that one goes all the way down, that one goes all the way down, that one goes all the way down. This one does not go all the way down. There is a little segment of blue belts in there, and there's another one right there. Alright. Now it's all the same. Alright. Fixed and resolved. Okay, so that will be... No, this will be... too far away to operate. Oh, come on. Alright, we've got to get these right here. Just pasting in the blueprint. So that's magnets. Now that'll produce the magnets. And we want to produce this blueprint here. And this wraps up kind of our starter scale up of what we want to do. Now, do we have enough power to do this? Well, we'll find out. I'm not sure if we do, but this is something we're going to need. If we're going to produce green magnets and the motors, the magnets and the other things, we need this factory, that we can scale up first. And we can build on this and expand it and add a lot more to it with bigger belts and more belts and all that kind of stuff. So right now, this is going to be magnets 12. This is producing, well, that's actually producing 24, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's producing 24. That's more magnets than I need. And so I'll probably take some of the one row of those. I probably won't hook up but one row of those and take the other row out for now. The blueprint description is this requires 24 per second iron ore. Producing magnets. And you know something? Just copy and paste that. I forgot to set this up. No, I didn't actually. I set it up. Never mind. I had it all ready to go and talked myself out of it, thinking I had forgotten something. Alright. I guess better that. I'll put that back in there. It doesn't take but a second. Magnets 24 per second. Not 25, 24. There's the magnets. This requires 24 per second iron ore. There we go. Save the blueprint. And now we've got those items in here. All right, now let's go to this thing because it's, let's see, magnetic coil 12 per second. That way it doesn't wrap. We'll do circuit board. We'll make it singular. Yeah, I realize it's not singular, but that's okay. Okay. All right. Well, with that in the case, that's our first set of startup things. Now, in the next episode, we're going to create, because I believe we have everything we need with that. Let's verify that right quick. Just out of curiosity, this, I've got everything I need for it. I've got everything I need for that. And I've got everything I need for that because we have that on the other planet. So we're good to actually start scaling up and making decent numbers of these rings. We probably won't have a whole lot to start with, but it'll be a starting point. We'll do that in the next episode. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.